My really unexpected answer to a $750,000 question. Today's episode is sponsored by Billy Keels Advisory Services. If you want to learn more about how to make your 99 optional, just go to makeitoptional.com. Once again, that's makeitoptional.com.
Helping you build freedom without losing your edge. This is the Going Long podcast with Billy Keels.
My really unexpected answer to a $750,000 question is the episode for you if you have ever struggled to come up with the answer on your own. You're constantly looking to other people to help you make a decision based on their experience. This is a very brief episode. Consider this my present to you. Yes, this is my present to you today. And it's going to be a very brief episode because this is something that I struggled with for a really, really long time. And it's something that I'm consistently helping high achieving executives today. When you're outside of your area of expertise and you're thinking about the things that you want to do to build and construct your life, the next phase of your life, this is something that's really, really going to be extremely useful for you. It's a very simple framework. It's something that you can think about, but it does relate back to answering a $750,000 question. And yes, it is a gift to you. And as most things, this is something that I recognized over the summertime. I was having great fellowship with a really, really good friend of mine and their kids and my kids. We were together at his summer home. And while we were at his summer home, there were a bunch of other people that came over. And so everybody's just, new people, didn't know each other and just kind of hanging out and enjoying our time in the summer. Nice, warm, a couple of libations, if you will. And it was really, really a great moment to recognize that there is a massive power in transparent responses, right? Not the canned speech, not the thing that you're always constantly waiting for. But as I was talking, I met this really, really cool guy. And he had a couple questions. And, when you get these certain types of questions, the idea is when someone asks you a question, the natural tendency is just want to give a response. In this phase of my life, even where I am, it's not about really giving someone the proverbial fish. It's helping them to learn to fish, even if it's just a moment, because this is amongst people that we didn't really know one another, but everyone is in the similar kind of growth mindset, helping one another, giving advice, but also helping others to think. And so that was really the thought process at this point in my life. It's, what can I do to continue to contribute and also help other individuals grow? And so as I think about this question, right? So we're sitting around the table and we're telling a little bit about ourselves and some of the different things that we've done, some of the different challenges that we've had. And I got a really straight question. The question was, hey, look, I've got $750,000 in my qualified money. So qualified retirement plans, which is, just money for retirement. Let's just keep it simple. Like I've got $750,000 that eventually I'll be able to get. If I want to get that money today, I have to pay some money to the government, but do I keep it? Do I not what do I do with it? Right. And so I thought to myself, one, very fortunate to have $750,000. And this guy was not even 40 years old. Right. And so done things really well, high achiever, typical kind of thing. Right. And as we started to learn more and more as I started to ask more questions and learn more about his background, it gave me a better picture of who he was. A very values-based, values-driven man who was head of household and really was doing the things that he wanted to do and showing love in the way that he can for his family. So what I thought to myself was like such an easy question, right? What would I do with $750,000? And it's in this qualified money. I have lots of experience in working with individuals who have made decisions like that. And the easy thing would have been like, hey, well, here's what I do with it. But the thing is that my response was unexpected, just like the episode says, my really unexpected response or answer to a $750,000 question. So I got the question, but what I decided to do was that this was the moment for him to decide, not me. Doesn't matter, right? And so what I shared with him is something that he mentioned to me, like I was not expecting that. He was not expecting it because my response to him, and this is what I will tell you, because this was really unexpected. I told him, it doesn't matter what I would do. It really doesn't matter what I would do for a number of different reasons, some of which maybe I'll break down in another future episode. But it really doesn't matter what I would do. And I didn't say that to not answer the question. I don't have a problem answering the question. But remember, it ties back to not just giving someone to fish, giving them the fish, it's helping to teach them how to fish. Because that's such a bigger, longer impact that I have the possibility and that you have the possibility to have on someone else, is to help get their cognitive engines thinking, right? And so what I shared with him was, it doesn't really matter what I would do, but let me give you a couple of things to think about, a couple of things to consider. To which he kind of looked back like, well, I was just expecting you to tell me what to do. That's what everybody else does. Well, don't be like everybody else. You're not like everybody else. That's why you're here. And so as you're going through this episode, here's what I did ask him to consider. So, well, first of all, what is your goal with the $750,000? What do you want to do? Right? I don't know. Could be a number of different things. Maybe you want to pay for your college education. Maybe you want to buy a new boat. Maybe you want to buy a couple of watches. I have no idea. But what is the goal? What is the goal that you would want to access this $750,000 minus taxes, of course? Then another thing I said, consider this. Like, when do you expect to achieve that goal? Is this something that you want to use $750,000 so that you can get to the goal next week, next month, in 2 years, in 10 years? All of that impacts the way that you are going to access it, or if you're going to decide yes or no, you're not going to access it. Just something else to think about. And then one of the things that most people really don't consider enough is, what is your risk tolerance? Like, in someone said, well, what does that mean, Billy? Like, worst case scenario, if you lost every dime of it, is that something that you're really willing to do? Or if you lost half of it? Like, these are just things to consider. Remember, because it doesn't matter what I would do. It only matters what you would do. What are the questions that you should be asking yourself if you're going to access $750,000, which was this example? But maybe for you, it's something else. Maybe it's not accessing $750,000. Maybe it's $100,000, or maybe it's deciding on whether or not you want to begin to create a profitable side business. That's also something. Like, same kind of questions. Like, what is your goal? What do you want to do? Why do you want to get there? What is your risk tolerance? These are the types of things we wanted to think about. And the last thing that I asked him is, like, are you willing to work until? Are you willing to work until you get to that goal? Not a week, not a month, not a year, not 2 years, not 10 years, until. And so as he said to me, like, man, I was not expecting that response. I was really not expecting that response. I just thought you were going to tell me to do this, do that, because you've got this particular experience. Well, it's not about me. It's about you. It's about, how can I help you get to your goals? How can I take the experiences that I've had from my past to help you get to your goals much sooner than it took me to get to my goals? That's what this is about. That's why the unexpected answer to the $750,000 question is here that I'm sharing with you. Because as he sat down and he got to the answers to his questions, and then we had a chance to continue to have conversations since then, right? Via WhatsApp and communication, et cetera, et cetera. So, but the most important thing that helped him, just like I want to share with you in a very simple type of framework, is asking yourself those types of questions. Questions like, what is the goal that you want? When do you plan on getting there? What's your risk tolerance? And are you willing to do the work until? When you're considering doing something new, when you're considering doing something different, it's okay, right? I did it. I mean, I was a successful corporate exec. I was a wonderful present dad at the house. Like, not because I say it, but just because that's what I was told by my kids. And it's about being able to go through these very simple frameworks, or asking yourself these simple questions to be able to get to your unexpected answer, and then not having a fear of doing the work. So if you've ever had any types of questions and you've consistently looked for others to give you their input so that you can take it in consideration, well, maybe you could, one of the things that you can also do is ask them, based on the context of your life, based on what you've experienced, what are some of the things that I should consider when making this decision around the $750,000? As the example in this is something that you can do. So if you know someone who's feeling stuck, or who's looking to other people to give them the answer to take the next step on their life, like, share this episode with them, help them, be the person of influence that's really going to allow them to not just be given fish, but to learn how to fish, right? Be that person and share today's podcast episode. Go and help them to be able to have conversation, go from theory to action. That's what this whole thing is all about. It's not staying stuck in a theoretical world. It's taking these episodes, sharing them with other people, having conversation, and being able to take action. Because when you do that, it's a valuable investment of your time. And so in order to get you another episode, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start preparing the next episode. And so as you're out conversing, bring from theory to practicality, I'll be right here preparing for the next episode. So until then, go out and make it a great day. And thank you very, very much.